Let me go, there's no doubt. Gotta get out of this small town. You took my heart from me, now you're everywhere I see. Set me free, let me fly. Let me find new kinds of highs. We're just wasting here, waiting for another year. We both know the score. We've been here once before. So many words unspoken. You took my heart, it's already broken. You don't have to wait, I can take the pain. I will surrender, let me go on a new adventure.
Hello everybody! Welcome to our new event, Tiny Game Tuesday. I've been meaning to start this for quite some time, but I didn't want to start this while I still had Celeste going on Tuesdays. But, now that that's gone, now that we finished the main story, we can actually put something new here. And, well, what I decided was Tiny Game Tuesday. And we're going to be starting off with this game that showed up during the Halloween sale on Steam, a game called FALLOW, and it looked absolutely incredible, but yet when I looked it up, next to nobody had heard of it, nobody, one YouTuber's played it, or, we have a couple dozen reviews. So, I decided it would be a shame if nobody streamed this thing, we need to get more awareness on this, and so, Tiny Game Tuesdays. So, I think a good way for us to start this would actually be watch the trailer, set our expectations for this game, and, how it presents itself. So, I'm going to go ahead and get a display up here, and we're just gonna open up the release trailer and take a look at it. I love that there's, only, 3 or 4 colors in this, and it just has this amazing effect to it. Look at this art style. Gorgeous. And I haven't, played many of these kind of, point-and-click-like puzzles in a long time, so, I admit I've also been looking forward to that as well. And then there's just the weird thing. You know how I like, weird stuff, so... This whole trailer just, immediately caught my attention and did not let go. So... I'm super excited for this. doesn't that look gorgeous? So I'm going to switch back to my start screen here for a second while I boot up the game. It does admittedly warp a bit of my windows when I do this, so it might take a second for me to actually boot up the game, but I have it installed and here we go, I'm getting it up right now. Okay. There we go. Alright. Boop, 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 boop. Here we go. Now, it doesn't want to do like a game capture or anything, but you know what, it's a small game. It's to be expected that there's a little bit going on. Thank you for the lurk, Crimson Wolf God. Happy to see you. Alright, start from the beginning. My sisters and I had a secret wish to die in a place that cared for us. Fallow. Whoa. Okay, so it just starts us off in a weird place. Okay. Rapid eye movement. What a description of location. Okay, so you use the arrow keys to move in this game. Okay. Hello? Enter or space or C to interact with or examine important things. Escape or X to access the menu. Well, okay, there's multiple save files. No, go back. How do I go back? There we go. What are you? The cradle is open. Seek the furnace. Okay. I do not know what that means. Wednesday. Fitzdarrow scrap fields. 3 days remain, I think it said. Whoa. I'm not moving. Hello? Hello? I do not know what's happening. Okay, there goes a person. Okay, so there was like a worm thing, now there's a cocoon for it. Lots of bugs. Is that like a broken down car? I imagine a lot of this is setting the scene, but... Oh, wait. Am I here now? Huh. Can I examine anything? A dead machine. The tall pines remain mostly unchanged. Okay. Huh. Hype for Tiny Game Tuesday. Thank you, Knitter. Welcome to the stream. We already started off pretty weird. The mind of our world had long ago been lost. Now in the death throes of its body, we did all that we could to remain. Huh. Okay, so I imagine almost all these trees are like the same thing. I had been walking in my sleep again. The Fitzdarrow scrap fields were a long way from home. Oh, so you were sleepwalking. What is this? It's like some kind of future car? Oh. It looked like some kind of keyhole. Oh, we're gonna fix a flying car. The car of the future. The window's very small in the corner, though. Oh dear, so it is. Oh. Yeah, something about this game, like, really, really distorts my screen capture, and I'm not sure what to do about it. Like, I was using a display capture, and, like, whenever I switch back to the game, it really doesn't, like, let me do, like, window look things. So, whoop, not that. So what if I take my display capture here, the one I've so carefully positioned, and I just, can I make it bigger? Can I make it any bigger? I knew that there was, like, some risk in doing this with, like, you know, some small games, you know, sometimes they don't really work very good, but let's see if this helps. How does it look? This is what I thought you meant by Tiny Game Tuesday. Me neither. Does this look better, by the way? Or is it still wonky? Ooh, this song is good. That's a little better? A little? So you mean it was like tiny. Like minuscule Game Tuesdays. Oh. Alright. How's that? Not a great start. Not a great start, Fallow. I'm sorry, but a couple more options would probably be great, like a windowed mode, maybe. There we go? Okay. So, there should be like an area distinction at the bottom of the screen. There should be trees on this side of the screen. Here's the very... Yeah, that's about as far as I can go on the top of the screen. Any further than that and I screen transition. And the same for over here. Like right there. You can see everything? Cool. For a small lifetime, I had lived with my sisters on a disused homestead. Now it was only myself who occupied that hollow estate. The madness of our world had vanished all others. A burnt-out hangar. Oh, what? Ooh, a barrel. Hele fires still burn. Oh, that looks like a corner of the worm thing from the trailer. Yikes. That's the key, right? Alright, a key with the Fitzgerald brand. I took it with me. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I'll pretend I am. Oh, I can walk all the way through it. I was not expecting that. Like, I can go all the way through the hangar. Scrap fields. More scrap fields. What's this thing? What are these? The air before me rippled with a crystalline distortion. Okay, so that's bad, I guess. A two-pronged valve socket. Warm air escaped from a hole in the panel. A dull howl drifted up from somewhere inside the machine. Okay. Don't know what any of that means. Isabel FALLOW. Human brain inside the valve. Huh. Okay. We've got a human brain in a jar who's... I believe my last name is Fallow, so I think that's one of my sisters or me? Okay, the key fit the lock. Oh. The glass of the valve was warm. I pocketed it. There were bugs crawling out of the engine! Ugh! Great! At least there are still bugs in this dying world. Can appreciate that. Okay, brain in a valve. Okay, does this... what? Say what now? Oh wait, no, that's me talking! Okay, so it was a brain in a jar, and now it's like Isabelline says the image of a Dynon. I don't know what a Dynon is, though. So that's interesting. Apparently, it kind of looks like an eater of souls from Terraria. As I walk in my sleep, this world whispers a dead glossolalia? I do not know that word. In my ear. I am patient. I will wait my turn as my sisters before me. Oh, okay, so we're at the highway now. Which way's home? Nothing but dust and wheel tracks. In the city beyond, there was nothing for me. Okay, so it's this way. It's up top. Fallow is a curse for those unfit, whether by sickness, treason, circumstance, or fate. Fallow is the name bestowed upon those among us who do not deserve a place in the world. My sisters and I took the name willingly. Many do, by pride of their alternity or predemption of their inevitable exile. Thea, the eldest, and myself, the youngest, had abandoned our blood families and shed our given names. Viviana had been an urchin. Ilian had spoke not of her life, save the last several years. The curse isolates those who fallow. God, that's so confusing. Those fallow from all those who are not. It bars us from care, compassion, empathy, trust. We had been, all of us, terribly sick. And now I was alone. It took me 46 minutes to get back to the farm. That's a long sleepwalk. That is a long, long sleepwalk. Dry walnut husk. What about this gate? Interesting. Like, I imagine this is where I came from and I wouldn't go back there. Or maybe I would. Huh? Okay. I don't know where this is, but... Do I have to actually walk home the entire, quote, 45 minutes? Oh, jeez. Hello? The sky is always too hot these days. This place used to be a meadow when I'd come here as a little girl. Was there a river somewhere? Ah, it's useless. Memories are so unmoored in the heat of this rot, but still, was there? Looks like a stripling mountain oak. What is this? What is this? Oh, okay, that's a fence. I've solved something! This is a fence! It's a really tall fence if I'm a grown woman. My goodness. It is tall. Or I am very small. Okay, yeah, this is the highway. There are shadows up there. And it doesn't look like there's anything over by the tree line. This song is bopping. Alright, let's go back. Let's explore our actual home before we get too carried away. Alright, upsie-daisy. Yeah, this game is gorgeous. Very strange. But that's how I like my games. I like strange games. Do. Walking through the trees, boo-ba-doo-boo. Walking through the trees, do-do-do-do. Walking through the trees all the way home, do-do-do-do. I'm all alone. Oh, this is home. What a lovely home. The weathered sign had been unreadable when we'd first arrived. We had carved our chosen family cognomen into the old rotting boards. FALLOW. The overgrown husk of a tractor. I'd always been fond of the old wreck. Elilyn had hated it. That is a name that I do not know how to pronounce. Is this a campfire? A weather-faded box of matches, now empty. Oh? It's from my family. Well, no, they're not. How did they... I don't know. My mother... She might have told... Well, but even then, what could she know? We should burn it. You're a treasure, Isa. That look in your eyes would be enough. There's money. Well, take that out first. My thoughts exactly. If your ex-family sends you money, you take it and then get rid of the rest and forget where it came from. Seems more insulting than the letter somehow. Take it, Thea. We don't burn that down. We don't turn that down. It's yours. I'm gonna need to learn how to pronounce that name. We're gonna go with, Ilin smiled at one corner of her mouth. That delicate smirk, almost hidden, that made me feel like everything at that moment was exactly as it should be. I'll bring you the same amount then, minus the hex. So we did burn it. That's why my memory is connected to that box of matches, is that we probably actually burned it. Huh. I knew it looked a bit like a cave. Huh. We've got some fields. A dirt-encrusted pendant bearing the sign of Marianne. I'm scared. Shh, you're safe here. It's not a feeling. It's a knowing. A deep, secret knowledge that there is no safety here. With you. It passes. But when it's there, it's so real. It blots everything else out. Are you feeling it right now? Yes, it's so terrible. I wish I could tell myself that I'm wrong, but it's like a holy truth. Yes. I'll be here when it passes. I always will. So long as you want me to be. All the shadows are gone. Am I, purging these shadows because I'm remembering my siblings? My sisters? Most of our crops struggled in the dry soil of the barren homestead. I missed the generosity of the city's refuse. Bruised fruit, stale fancy breads. Ooh, do we have a church here? A barn. Close enough. Same thing. Piles of dead grass and dirt. We'd once kept chickens here. Yeah. Ooh, what's this? Oh, it's another one of those things. Hello. Hematite. There is a flaw at the bottom of the world. A secret exit for those too broken to know. I wonder what that means. There's another one. Centotaph. Cogs. Scions. Slins? That doesn't look like a word. C12s. How about that? Carrier check. T54033. A decision born of disease. I do not know what that means. A silver ring that Ilyn had lost not long before she disappeared. Ah, look. The story's changed since I last read to you. Which parts? Quite a lot of it. There's a picture of the symbol on the fence. Now, here. See. I've seen that before. Drawn on my hands in a dream. Should I stop? No. It's interesting. There's no mention of her watching the people passing by outside her lawn. Didn't there used to be something about that? There was a passage about the gray dust that stained her fingers from clinging to the links of the fence. Yes. Here, she stares up at the attic window of her house. A figure there, wearing the midday notes like a cowl, passive and indistinct, but carrying some horrible significance to the deepest parts of her mind. Seems a little overwrought. Do you think the new passages came from other books or dreams? You think it's supposed to be 9, 10, 11, 12? Oh, yeah, that makes so much more sense. So much more sense. But my goodness, this book changes? Oh, that's cool. I wonder if it's just a special book or if all the books do that. This world has a strange soul. In my dream, I was climbing a tower. A tower, like the one in the trailer. That child has a connection to grandmother. The wooden Dynon. This world is her soul. It's not safe here any longer. Interesting to note. Cordwood. That is not words. Severity. That is a word. You're definitely conveying information. I'm just not sure what it is. Okay. So we're remembering stuff with our sisters. But what does this mean exactly? And why was that a necessary screen for us to have? Old pillars of rock, part of some elder ruin than the one we lived in. I wasn't sure if that was a cave like the last one. Okay, so this is where we were growing all those crops, right? Yeah. So what's up here? Some kind of tunnel. This probably links up to that cave from before as well, right? No. There's some kind of blockade. And this area's fenced off. So, where else can we go? Is there more down here? Oh yeah, look at that, we got another tractor. Thea had repaired the tractor from parts from the 2 other wrecks. It had been more of a hobby than anything. We tilled and planted crops by hand. Thea was calmed by machines, mechanisms running as intended. I missed so severely the unextinguishable light from her fervid eyes. The rusted-out torso of another long-dead tractor. Piles of scrap and debris from Thea's tinkering. Yeah. Honestly, it's interesting how they've managed to make these rundown tractors so eerie and yet so calming. Most of our crops struggled in the dry soil of the barren homestead. I missed the generosity. Yeah, we already read that. Hello? What are you? The old mechanical well still functioned, albeit with audible protest. Well, I guess I don't need water. Okay, so there's more to the left. I can't imagine having this much space all to myself. Oh, okay, so we're back over here. Oh! Here's the actual house. Imagine wandering around for 30 minutes. Wait, you know what? It actually took her, literally 40 minutes to walk home. So, this is just realistic. It's realistic that it took us this long to find this place. Can I walk into this door? Oh, yeah, I can. A room. Is it home? No, it's just a room. It's a room. Not even dust remained on the small wooden table. Ellen had kept many books, stories of other worlds and lives new and ancient. I remember the sound of pages turning, her gentle cough as she'd read to me. When Ellen disappeared, all her books had gone also. I had forgotten their names. Huh. Weird. Okay, so there's not a door there. F2 hallway. A room. I feel like a lot of these are just a room. Oh. This is my room. Oh, wait, okay. Ellen had left more books here. Even these had gone now, after the day of her disappearance. No, not yet. Okay, so we need to, when we want to progress the story, I imagine we sleep. Because it's my dreams that bring us places. So, I sleepwalk. She sleepwalks. The little stove had served us well during our time in the house. We'd use the old basin for washing vegetables. Some dried herbs, 3 onions, and a dozen potatoes. Can I make food? Apparently not. I want to make soup. Oh, this is Thea's room. Thea's dress is still hung in the closet. So, Thea's stuff didn't disappear, but Ellen's did? None of Ellen's clothes remained. It was as if she had never even inhabited the room. Ellen had kept many books, stories of other worlds. Yeah. Can I sleep in her bed? The sheets on Ellen's bed had held not even the faintest trace of her scent. I tried often to remember, though I never could. I couldn't sleep there. Wasn't there one more sister? What happened? Markings notched into the head of the bed frame, one for each week that passed. Hundreds of tiny slivers in the old gray wood. I'd lost track of her final mark. I couldn't sleep there. Okay, so... soup. Yes, soup. There was nothing above here, right? We'd already, like, checked that. Yeah. Looks like this used to be a bridge going over, like, a small creek or something, but there's nothing there anymore. I guess we should go sleep. Lots and lots of sleeping. I get now why it's called rapid eye movement. It's because REM it's our dream. It's our sleep. I get it now. Can I hop across this? No. Absolutely not. Huh. Hello? Vivania's wooden house. Right, okay, that was the last sister, right? Sealed road. Warmth. A good description. Brief. To the point. But also, orb! I dreamt of a gigantic creature in an immeasurable pain. A Dynon, or something like it. A world eater from the Book of Marianne. Its shape was familiar, but its body trailed wires, glass, fragments of cut wood. Its agony screamed across time, the death of a soul more ancient than hope. I came to slowly. My body ached. Thursday. Mount Summit, 2 days remain. Oh, great. 2 days. Until what? The first time I'd walked in my sleep, I'd been laying just outside the city in an old concrete ruin with a few other girls who came and went. We all came from places we didn't speak of, but none of us trusted each other. One morning I woke, body ringing with pain, curled up in a little park at the intersection of several disused alleys on the far side of town. I couldn't move for some time, the aches and cramps nearly blinding me. Thea found me some hours later, took me off to her little tin can of a home off of one of the alleys. We became close over a handful of months, called each other sister. Vivania sometimes stayed with us, skittish as always, a flighty ghost of a creature. I'd walk in my sleep with some regularity. Thea and Thea and V. I'll go with V. Usually managed to find me. I missed it terribly, the long walks home and the comfort of a familiar hand in mine amidst the disorientation. After a year, we made plans to leave the city together, all three of us. I still remember the colors of the hope that bloomed in me those last few weeks before we left. Oh. Wow. The tower of the furnace loomed in the distance. It was a symbol of the unknowable ruins that permeated our world. It had no known entrance, except perhaps from some of the distant part of the skids. Okay. When I lived with my sisters, I longed often for death. Now that I was alone, the ache had somehow faded. I went where my body took me. I questioned none of it. I became very patient. Inside the well, a skeleton key caught the light. There was no way I could reach it by myself. Okay. The well's pine lid sat in the mountain grass. It looked very heavy. What if we tried to lift it? Then we could prove it was very heavy. The door to the Hile library was boarded shut. Okay, we need a crowbar then, I guess. Oh, we can't go that way. Interesting. Okay. So we got the library. Whoa, wait, hey, who's that? My face flushed. It was Viviana. Why was she here? At the library. What? Where'd she go? The rusted padlock hung defiantly from the latch, sturdy in spite of its age. You know, we might have better luck breaking the door rather than breaking the lock. Just saying. Soft pine boards, which likely kept the shed clinging to its thin semblance of verticality. Indeed. Sure. That means all the more that we can just, like, ram into the door and break it in, am I right? Mountain oak. This mountain oak had always stood here, stronger than the rest. Below me, the alien machinery of the skids protruded weirdly from the wall of the rive. Interesting. So this is another brain in a jar. Tendrils of cold set glass had previously reached out for something. Had Viviana passed this way? Halay Mountain was once a holy site. People would come here to pray to the Tower of the Furnace. Another brain in a jar. The glass of the valve had started to refashion itself, frozen now, insisting on its unlikely identity. The cord of the great brain inside lay connected to the base of the device. And then we got shadows over there that we can't really... The static swallowed my vision, stinging my senses. If it was in my mind, then it held my body by proxy. Okay, so we need two things this time. Yeah. Okay. So we need a two-pronged socket and a one-pronged thing. More recently, people who traveled to Halay to pray had begun to disappear. The great library that had kept scripture, aging tomes on the Dynan and the Skids, had fallen into disrepair. Okay. So what's this? Crystalline deposits of magnetic lodestone, commonly occurring. Cool, I'll just take these to my Minecraft world and then I don't have to get as much netherite. A pickaxe! It's mine! Lodestone might help me get that metal key out of the well. The ceaseless toil of a farmhand. Ooh! Heft! The lodestone fragment sat in my palm with an eerie weight. Thea used to keep a block of the stuff in the shop to hold loose nails and parts. Alright, let's get the key. Right over here. And I need some way to lower the lodestone into the well. Okay. That makes sense. Just having a shard of lodestone doesn't do much. I think I saw a rope on the ground next to the tree. Like right here. Only part of the rope had rotted away. I took the sturdy length with me. Okay. Now that we have those two things, we should be able to get the key, and then we can open the shed. Simple enough. Simple enough. I secured the rope around the lodestone and lowered it into the well. It worked. The key shone in my hand. Okay. Why the music change? Why'd the music change? Oh boy, why did the music change? Let's unlock the door while the music changes and it's creepy. Oh, cool, a ladder. I consider the old ladder a gradient to the library's roof. Tall enough, perhaps. Oh, cool, it doesn't make me walk it there. Okay, apparently we're just going in. Vivania had never spoken of the Hillade Library. I felt something strange pass through me, descending the hand-woven ladder into its shadowed depths. A voyeuristic shame, the guilt of anticipation, but something other also. The fey electricity of forgotten dreams. Convenient that there was a ladder there. A thin, single-pronged valve lay on the shelf. I picked it up, immune somehow to the dusty air in the library. Okay, but there's no books here. All the shelves had been emptied. Yeah, all the shelves are empty. Ooh, what? There's a picture on the wall of the thing from my dream. Last dine on over the cleft of Aberth. Huh. Mystery of the Clefts and the Dine-On Myth by Beatrix Harrows. Let me see. Maybe created when a sufficiently large wound inflicted in the rock. Illegible. Would explain by ED accounts the world leaping into a great cleft to gain passage. Well, at least I know some of what that means. Thank you for the lurk, Mind of Legs. A defense mechanism, perhaps, to keep out infection. To move them blank from the wound? Ibble. To and or another existence entirely. Questions unknown. Okay. Why is there a G here, though? A small misprint of the variety common to early printing presses. There's a lot of lore here that I don't quite understand. Stack of outdated books on the subject of electricity. History books mostly, crumbling spines. A crowbar! Rusty pry bar lay on the table. The darkened library felt a little safer with the pry bar in hand. Please don't make me fight something. Please don't make me fight something. Is this a vent? Can I... No, that's the plaque. It's the plaque. It's just a plaque. Okay. It was boarded shut, but can't I... If the door was boarded shut, why can't I use the pry bar to get it open? Ah, yes, the brain cells. The ragged end of the rope ladder hung just beyond my grasp. I'd had to find another way out. Like the door? Oh. Oh, I do not like this. Hey, Miss Fallow? Why couldn't you just pry the door open? Ah, I see. Because you like the darkness. A huge sphere of stone or rough glass, slightly warm. It was too dark to read the book. Can I make it light? Wait, A cold sphere smone. The narrow crack in its surface was warm. What is this? I reached out to feel the panel on the wall. Cold metal. Oh! Light! It's light! Now let the stone radiate light and heat. Cool. Huh. Okay, giant worm. It was boarded from the outside, maybe? Yeah, but you've still got a crowbar and you can still, like, you know, hack at it with a crowbar. So, oh, I see. We gotta give coffee to the worm and it'll be caffeinated. Just like every worm needs. Viviana's journal. Now I have become what war inside of which grandmother spoke. I am led to think she knows what is happening here. Sunday. Lens? Us to town. Leeds. No? Some weeks, and that rampant city fear makes me stare to the cloth of my soul, and it is filthy, and it is fraying and weak. I control it then, but soon that ability may go. And now is afeard of me, my own sister, and I can feel it, the bile coming out of her mind and into my body. Like doctor's needles of the city, struck me and held me in shooting phase and poisons into my bloodstream. So I ran and woke here, to the late library, and the time between us was missing to me. Possible, I suppose, that grandmother knows not after all, but it comes to me, neither do I. Now I remember, for am missing times, only a vast shadow beneath me, and a great stone body to wend me back to my library. Difficulty controlling itself, the other girls, I think, ne'er took this change. I believe I may be one touched by the dynin. Mine own fear has ne'er lived in me, rather flown ahead like a miner's yellow birds, putting itself into anyone comes talks to me. Always flits round my outsides, ne'er to perch on my shoulder. Yea, my fear, it likes strangers, ne'er me. Must be appealing to him, gods of stone and darkness, am dynin. The ink of the last few lines was still damp. Odd. Very odd. We're in the skids. Ooh. Marianne's furnace. Marianne's furnace. At sunset, it resembled the device where she burned her failed works. All we took to be real, our scripture said, would one day be thrown into her furnace. Our only commandment was to make peace with this looming eventuality. A mechanism. Is this an elevator? Do we have elevators? Griffin McElroy, I hope you're watching this, because we may have an elevator. We have an elevator! Can we go down? Oh, we get to go down further. Oh boy. What is this? Oh. What are you, little thing? Oh, it's a two-prong valve. Not a scratch on it. It looks brand new. I took it with me. Interesting. Guess we get to go up now. Maybe this will take us all the way back to... This looks a familiar pattern surrounded the inverted funnel. Yeah, it looks exactly like the sky worm. Up. And up. Where is this? Left behind, Yelverton family. Just all that. Columns of unfamiliar names. Most of them were now worn into an illegible scrawl. Acker family. Windham family. Burchett family. Tatham family. Rounds family. Albine family. Homewood family. More columns of unfamiliar names. Wow. That's a lot. What's up here? What's up here first? The faded monument was no longer legible. Glad I came out of my way to come here. A land bridge. Oh! I just assumed I couldn't go that way after, I couldn't further up. So now I know exactly where I am. Now I can go plug these back in. Do. Okay, brains. You ready for this? You ready? There we go. 1, 2. Yeah! Hello! Hello, creepy things. How you doing? Though it lacked a face, the creature in the valve seemed to regard me with caution. I mean, I would too. I mean, I could probably just take those valves right out again. Though it lacked a face, yeah, it seemed to regard me with caution as well. Alright, what's over here then? Am I gonna walk home again? The gnarled sketch of a mountain oak. Most of them were dead. Poor, brittle wood. Okay, more lodestone. They weren't kidding about being commonly occurring. Heat waves, huh? The forest. Ooh. There's so much space. Oh. So that's... Is this the, Yeah, this is the scrap fields. We're back here at the very beginning of the game. And so the city's that way. So what happens if we keep going upward? It took me 34 minutes to get back to the farm. Am I gonna go immediately back to sleep? Okay, this time we're going back to the road and we're gonna see what's all the way down there because this is too strange. There's gotta be something over there, right? Like, there wouldn't be all of this if there wasn't something over there, so we're going. Also, that shadowy figure's gone. There was, like, that shadowy figure going, like, where's the river? And I was just like, I don't know. So what's over here? Okay, up there was nothing. So we're gonna walk down for a while. Time lapse, commence! Oh. This looks like something. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, you're another big thing. Data shaft 61A expunged. Data shaft 61B expunged. Okay, but who is Larkin? That's a Critical Role reference for all of you out there. More expunged data. Data shaft 61 plates G through P pass. Where are you safe? I, the turbine, love you. Well, that's pretty sweet. I'm glad you still hold affection for those dear to you, Larkin. This looks like a dry riverbed, or perhaps somewhere a giant worm crawled? A sharpened iron against the sky. Art or wreckage, I can't be certain. Oh wow, we're in a trench. I can't get out. The largest lodestone crystal I'd ever seen towered over the area. The Auburn Crossroads. Burnt out valves and rotted cables strewn through the overgrowth. There's a lot out here. A river! There is a river! I stared through my reflection in the river. Wow. What do you know? Can I get off the road here to, like, look at that wheel shape? Or can I look at it from here? No. Okay, so what's over here? More lodestones. My skin prickled as I thought of Viviana's journal in the mountain library. Oh. It's locked. Questions. A rusted out single-seater Carver motor barrow. Very near older than the house. We used to have one at the homestead before it seized up. We'd sold it for scrap. A little tool shack sagged under its own weight. And we got more cars! More cars! A Weylith City Star. It looked like it had been stripped for parts. The elaborate rusted husk of a vehicle far before my time. Can I interact with this grate over here? No. So we need to come back here when we have a key. Amazing that, like, a skeleton key I couldn't just, like, I don't know, save it or something. Like, aren't those, like, supposed to unlock a whole bunch of stuff, usually? Or am I misunderstanding what a skeleton key is? Maybe I'm just thinking of Oblivion. Metal and scrap welded into a crude barrier. To keep something out or keep something in? That's the question. Oh, dark thickets. Dark, dark thickets. Stuck fast. What does that mean? Is that like a mud puddle? Or is it a door? Probably a door if it's stuck. So maybe we need to come back. Okay, so if I continue down the path, will I end up back at the cliffs that we were at before, or the mountain? Let's go find out. We got time. We got loads of time. Hi, Larkin. Bye, Larkin. Da, 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 da. Alright, time lapse, continue. Is this it? Is this the... heat waves. Is this the same one we were at before, or is this somewhere new? It just says forest. Yeah, okay, it is the same as before. So that means we're gonna go to sleep and then we're gonna go to that area that we explored on our own. So it's not hiding something from us. Alright. Let's walk all the way back. Are you ready? Here we go. Road trip! Road trip! Woo! How'd you know I just drank some water? Crimson! I'll drink some more. I'll drink some more. Welcome to the stream, Crimson Jolteon. Glad to see you. Want to stop by? You have to go BRB getting sleep and need another nap? Go take a nap. Thanks for the support, though. Hydrate that face, indeed. Oh, I ran into a rock. This game is running into like one of those issues that I kind of had with Anodyne, where there's just so much walking space without a whole lot in between. But yeah, at the same time though, you know, there's something to be said for like having a lot of space to just walk. A thimbleberry bush between the trees. Thimbleberries! We'd frequently come here to pick them. Mom used to make thimbleberry pancakes, and they were so great. What have you found, V? Caterpillar. Caterpillar. Enough said. That's the end of the game. Thank you so much for joining us. It's a caterpillar. What sort? This one has a sort of silky gray cocoon, curled spines at the bottom. When she hatches, her wings are a rich umber, patterned with eyes. White cross shape on the back of her body usually. Sometimes it's hidden because of the way her fur grows, differently depending on the color. Wow, V. Is that why you won't have us visiting you out in the woods? That old cabin of yours fluttering with moths? Oh, don't. I think it's wonderful. I only keep a few at a time. I catalog the changes in the world through the moths. I draw pictures of them when they hatch, and then I let them go, unless they can't survive. Sometimes they're born injured. You're such a sweetheart, Vivi. This world doesn't deserve you. Aww. That's cute. So sweet. We should look around for more. Oh, we didn't go this way before. I hope we didn't miss anything. Oh, we probably did, though. What's up here? Huh. There's nothing here, so maybe we didn't miss much. I have many questions. Hey, this wasn't here before. I would have gone downstairs that had been here. Those stairs weren't there before. Hello, Skids. I'm back. Nice unsettling alien architecture, especially this part here that looks like a little sad face. The system's redundancy operated on a scale outside of failure. Huh. What does that mean? Who are you? Oh, it's hematite again. Our world screamed at its violent becoming. The World Eater's soul shone bright as sin. An empty bottle of one of Ilan's medicines. How long have you lived here? More than long enough. It's not all bad, though. It's a different world with the two of you here. Did you inherit the property? You're dear to me, Issa, but there are things I'd prefer you not talk about. Well, will you tell me? You're a curious one, Angel. Tread carefully. Look at that little centipede! Will you tell me how you and Thea met? Well, aren't you a nosy creature? I never met anyone like the two of you before. Well, V, but I've never met anyone quite like Viviana either, although you remind me of her a little. The three of you seem to know things. I still feel that I just don't quite... None of us belong here, Angel. Ours is a world too far gone to conceive of it. You feel as normal as anything here. But Thea was the most pitiable highway merchant I'd ever laid eyes on. I bought from her some medicine and insisted she stay and rest. She looked at me like such a stray, such a broken little thing. Even now, I don't think she realizes the extent of what she must have been through. All the years before I found her, the adoration in her eyes that made my heart break every time I looked at her. Thea? A broken stray? That sounds more like Vivi. Oh, don't be rude, they're not so different. And she stayed with you after that? Sometimes. She grew better at hiding her affections. Sometimes she'd be away for months, sometimes only a day. I think she was trying to prove that she didn't need anyone. Needing someone. The thought feels dangerous, I suppose. As terrifying as anything this dying world can conjure. Do you need me? Desperate souls. All of us. Okay, so she lived in the farmhouse and we came from the city to live with her. Interesting. Wow. This raises even more questions to me. Oh, this is another one of those ones we came across before too, isn't it? Yeah. Cordwood. Transgression. That still doesn't mean much to me, I'm sorry. So the skids are changing, just like those books were. Just like them books. We burrowed like insects. The World Eater can open portals to other places. Once Grandmother takes a new body, you will be able to escape, like you've dreamed of. It's not safe here any longer. Yeah, I think you said that to me before, too. Ionization threshold 8492. 30% 2CH. Circulatory burst. Nothing was ever the same. Okay, does that mean there was like I don't know what kind of I don't know if that's gonna make more or less sense as we get more context. It definitely doesn't quite make sense yet. Something bad happened. That much is pretty obvious. Something bad happened with the aliens. And I guess we just have to figure out what it was. I'm gonna guess, yeah, it looks like the door from before is gone, so it definitely moved. So I'm glad we explored before when we did. Okay, so what's up here then? Like, is there anything else to discover? Oh. Do you understand? The obstacles in front of you create a blind spot. Memory can act as a mirror. It's not safe here any longer. Okay. Apparently, once more, it's not safe here. Cool. What do I do instead then? Am I missing something? Normally those things disappear when you find memories. So is there a memory I'm missing? Doesn't look like there's one here. And I went through the cave system, and I didn't, like, see anything. Hello, I am a disembodied head. Yes, I am. It's also changed the way I speak to be disembodied. Because why not? Okay. Maybe there's something out here. Like, I remember there's, like, some stuff over here. Maybe there's still something new here. Wait. Oh, there's a clearing here. Even amidst the decay, it's quiet here. But I miss the city. I always wondered what would have happened in a different life. And then... So that's just past me, right? I mean, look at that silhouette. That's past me. So who else is talking to me? There's somebody who's been talking to me then. But who is it? There's a building down there, but I can't get to it from here. Right? Oh, I can. It's an abandoned house. Hello? Oh, hello. There's an envelope. I cannot be who I once was. I know that you would not want me to be. I know that if in my prior letter, through pure unfiltered logic and the distance of observation alone, I had called you a good influence, it would have been true. Perhaps. But I cannot be so removed. When you are near, I feel young. And I mean that in the full horror of its potential. When you are near, I can feel as I once was. I cannot allow this to occur. You have been so careful. My skin is unbroken, but the ache lays me lower than the world you live in. Okay. Another letter. I am so angry. My body has begun to turn on itself. There is a rot inside me, and I feel as if I am walking through a fog. There is no blood in my veins, but sewage. Sleep is injury. Memory is worse. How could this have happened? You were there all along. So the answer becomes it didn't. This malady knows no reason, no causation of logic. It is a thing of another place, perhaps of my own mind, a curse drawn up from within and invulnerable to all from without. What did you do? I am so angry. Oh, I'm just realizing now that that's a name that's crossed out. That's a name, and not just like, Okay, so there's a locked door up there. Huh. Whose house was that? What's down here? Ah, yes, this fence. Gotcha. Alright, more hydration as we walk. Aha! More stairs. This probably leads deeper into the skid. Yeah. Oh, hello. Machine enthusiast. We tried to reach the tower of the furnace. For days we searched the span of the entire forest. So clearly visible from any peak, and still nothing. The closest we came was the old woman who claimed to have become violently ill at the sight of its walls. So much redundancy in every piece of design. Why fill the soil with the sprawl of fey machinery? Some believe that the skids are the cause of the current state of the world. I think the skids' creators were fixated on something far outside the paradigm of this existence. Yeah, usually creatures that can build on things on such scope and scale, like, don't understand things as we ourselves see them. So, it would make sense that they could make something and, like, not really care about the consequences that happens to people as small as us, you know? Like, it's just a thing that happens when you get a scale so big. Is that things that are small are inconsequential. They become like ants. Just as the ants are ants to us, we are the ants to the next thing. We still don't know how to get into the house, because we can't get past these. Do you understand? Yeah, the obstacles in front of you create a blind spot, and memory can act as a mirror. It's not safe here any longer. So where do I go, though, is the question. Where do I go? Okay, I'm getting quite lost. Like, I know where I am, but maybe inside the barn or something? Like, yeah, they kept chickens. Oh, there's more in the barn. There's some tools. Dusty light streamed in through the cracks in the back wall of the barn. Once, I'd had an awful nightmare after Thea disappeared. I'd come here, curled up against the back wall. Ilyn found me later. She promised me she'd never leave. I still felt such anger at those words. Well, I have a feeling that she couldn't help it. I have a feeling that, like, okay, this is still here, but there's a door here that maybe I didn't notice. A tiny copper button that I recognized from one of Viviana's blouses. Issa? Yes? Do you think our bodies... Well, that is, our souls. Never mind, I had a kind of dream. What about? I think perhaps I'd rather not say. I'm sorry it's so hard for me, being here with all of you. We all have our struggles. I just don't want you to ever think of me as cold somehow. There's still so much I can't explain. I'm sure we all only worry that you get lonely out in the woods by yourself. Well, yes, but when we lived in the city, I always thought we would become something more, and we have, I suppose. We were just ghosts back then, after all. Not such a bad thing to be. Different clothes, voices, little gray shells. What do you think we've become, Vivi? Moths. Is that so? Less light in the country. The city was confusing and painful for us, but less lonely in a certain way. I always thought we would become something unrecognizable. When I stayed at Thea's home in the city and you were there, or when we'd go looking for you, it felt like we were building something. Did we stop? We just can't see it from the inside. It's sad. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna see if this has changed. Well, the things have moved. So... yeah, that they moved somewhere else. They moved back to the other one. So... maybe next trip we will, oh, this keeps going now. Where does it go? Hello. Are you new? Probationer? Are you known? Did you pray? Your sister saw a light in your mind. It is not yet time for you to let go. Okay, if you say so. Thank you. So that's interesting. I can't walk through the wall at all, can I? The textures of this being somewhat glitch-like. It's so eerily... like, it's a very good way to make it feel just uncanny. Like, it makes sense for the game to be able to do that, but how does your mind interpret that physically? Like, if I saw bits of the wall that looked like they were off by, like, a preset tile amount, I'd be like, oh, it's an art piece. Wait. Vivi? I couldn't read the expression on Viviana's face. We stood there for some time before I invited her inside. Viviana spoke haltingly, more careful than I remembered her speech to be. She told me that she had been traveling, that she had seen our world from a new perspective. I did not tell her that I had seen her just that day on Hilay's summit, nor that I had read her journals. Vi told me a great many things that I did not understand, and that Thea and Ilin had not forgotten me. I felt anger swelling inside me. I told Vi that I wanted to find a way out of this horrid dying place. She told me that she knew. She held me for a time on the splintered boards of Eileen's room, rocked me gently like a child. Viviana kissed my forehead and told me that everything would happen as it needed to. And then she left. And now she's gonna be gone too, right? Like, she's just gonna also be gone. Like, I imagine we're not going to be able to find her again. Also, girl, you gotta be hungry. Eat the food. Eat the food! Come on! Skin and bones, this one. Skin and bones. You got food, like, use it for its intended purpose. Alright. Let's go to sleep. Alright. We're back here. Once more. Oh, what's this? Cool. It's different this time. In the dream, there was a sense of years going by like seconds. Are they? This is maze-like. What's this? I began to remember what had just happened in the time that was rushing past me. The distant sound of raised voices, my mother's smile. I'm so confused. Where am I going? What is this place? Help me! Where am I? Where is where? Now look! A feeling of torment swept over me, then the warmth of Viviana's presence. What's up here? She seemed to ask me if I knew what had happened. Electricity cracked in the air around the wooden diamond. Bleeding voltage. From somewhere, Viviana's voice. This world is her soul, and it is dying. But there is a secret way to begin again. Our sisters are still alive in the cleft. Isabeline, hold on. There is still a way out. Oh, I wasn't expecting there to be hope. I felt a cold wind. Lucidly, I woke. Friday. Auburn Woods. One day remains. Ilyn had been living on the property by herself for some years when we arrived there from the city. She was an old friend of Thea and Viviana's, both of whom had often stayed with her in the past when they'd had nowhere else to go. Like Thea, Ilyn seemed immediately to make sense to me in a way that I was not used to feeling. She innately understood things about me that I am only now beginning to see the full shape of. I walked in my sleep less, living on the disused homestead with my sisters. The 17 months we spent living on the farm together were the happiest I can remember. Our lives still bled, our world still decayed, but there was a peace I had not felt before. Thea disappeared first, on the 3rd day of the 18th month. Okay, that's very different than what I'm used to. The dead machine spinning itself into pieces at the heart of our world brushed her hand, and she was gone. I cried in Ilyn's arms until I lost my voice. Thea had been the mother I'd never known. I was a child again, left alone again. All around me the world shuddered and spun. Okay, we're here. I know exactly where we are. So we need to find out what's new. And what can we do here? The Book of Marianne says the Dynan are messengers. Their gargantuan earthen bodies are flecks of ash, born into the sky of our world from her furnace's approaching maw. The last Dynan sighting had been 15 years ago, when 3 of them had passed over the city, moving north by northwest. Oh, that's different. There was a giant lodestone here before, and there's not one now. We need 3 this time. Okay, let's go find them. Alright, so what's up here? Like, this was the thing that was stuck fast before, so maybe we still can't, like, get in there? But it's good to check anyway, just in case. Stuck fast, okay. Yeah. Still can't open it. Forged evidence of more recent Dynan sightings was common. Some believed fiercely in the creature's constant or increasing presence. Interesting. So, some people are probably hallucinating him. Or only certain people can see them now. You know? Oh, there's something there now in the grating. A valve caught the midday light from the floor of the manor's basement. No way through these bars. It's still locked. Huh. So let's check the cars. Maybe we can actually find something now. Yeah, okay. Oh! I know you like to keep your hands busy when you're upset, so I hope you see this when you get back from the turbine. I hate to see you storm off like that. Please just trust me, I love you. P.S. Here's the extra key. Please be careful with it. I'll use it for its intended purpose and nothing more, because it'll vanish from my inventory. The key stuck briefly in the disused mechanism, but complied after a moment. Hello? The radiator was covered in a thick layer of dust. I pulled the fuse out of its socket. Dead. It's marked for 20 amps. I'll need something at least that strong. Pulled the fuse out of its socket. Okay. Oh wait, there's a note here. 1, guest room / parlor, main hallway, study. Oh, so there's a light switch, but turning it on doesn't do anything because the electricity's out. Too dark to make out the bookshelf contents. Thick layer of dust. Light through the window. Huh. Dim outline of a bed in the gloom. The study. Okay, it's too dark still. The parlor. Was there something in the parlor then? Pantry, kitchen. Why does the pantry connect to the parlor? Dishes were still clustered around the sink, filmed with dust. And mold, I assume. A large appliance of some kind dominated the wall. This is a chair, right? It's not a person. A stout wooden end table. Kitchen / bedroom, basement failsafe. The ruined fuse turned my fingers black with residue. 80 amps. Burnt just like paper. Lightning, maybe? Okay. There's a ton of fuses. All burst. Oh. What's up here, then? Oh, this is where, like, all the jars are gonna be, right? This cable? I'm gonna explore outside first. There's a lot of space out here. Luckily, though, if I find the cable, I can find either end. So if I get lost, I won't be lost for long. Okay, so this is the other side of that screen. Oh. What are you, then? Auburn skids. Okay. The two-pronged valve. Cool. Oh, jeez. It's on that side? We got a lot of items to find. Oh, cool. It's a shortcut. Glad I found it. Less walking overall, most likely. But I still want to explore back here, so we're gonna come back. Cool. So what else is there out here? Okay, so there's the cord, which we followed before. Up. What about up here? There's another hatch that we can enter. More skids. Of course. What do you have to say? Western boundary. Sealed exit. Vigilance. Okay, so they're trying to protect something through here, I think. I walked until I once again reached just the surface. A dry wasteland with searing winds and no visible life. A trail of tattered fabric led me onward into the dunes. The way back was sealed. Miles above me, gargantuan shadows twisted with impossible grace through the sand-blasted sky. So I can't go back? No, this isn't right. Oh, so I found an ending, I guess. So that area is important for later. Okay. It would have been nice if I'd had more information on that before I found it, I guess. But hey, there's no consequences, I guess. So let's go down. Follow the creepy cable as it winds, and this place gets more and more creepy. This is the turbine. I felt wind from somewhere up ahead. Yeah, usually turbines do. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. I flushed briefly at the sight of the deer skeleton in the dark of the tunnel. I pulled the carcass free of the turbine. Some sinew remained. Okie dokie. Looks like, it was all stopped because one deer. Isn't that just the way it goes? Alright. So maybe now the house actually has power. Or maybe we still need to find the fuses. Shouldn't be too hard, I hope. After all, we haven't explored the entire house. Can we turn on the lights now? The switch is stuck in this position. Rusted into place, maybe. The armoire looked empty, difficult to tell in the dark. Yeah, we still need the fuses. Oh, I can walk behind the bed. The large ornate bed frame seemed out of place in the manor's bare surroundings. Maybe so. Maybe so. Oh, it's a lavatory. Also known as a bathroom. Difficult to discern the room's contents without light. Empty. Yeah, but there's also a toilet up there. Can I go in here or... Okay. A landing for floor 2. More fuses. Spare room / landing. Box room / storage. Huh. I do love these light effects though. Like, yeah, that's super cool. Good attention to detail. I do not like how slowly I climb those stairs. And I like climb them automatically. It kind of makes my skin crawl a little bit. I stumble over a small book in the dark. Not enough light to read it. Have you considered picking up the book and moving it over here? A large ampule of some kind stood in my path. It radiated a dull heat. Moving a book? Nah. Turning on power for the entire house? I thought I could see some dresses in the dark interior of the armoire. A stout wooden end table. Too dark to see the painting. And a simple bed. Where are the fuses? What is this? Oh. Battery charging, battery low, battery depleted. Turbine failure. But I was just at the turbine and I thought I fixed it. Too dark to read the book. Again, pick it up and put it over here so you can actually read it. It's not that hard. Oh wait, the turbine failure isn't lit. So the battery low, battery charging. Okay. So how do we get the battery to 100% then? Okay, it says that there was like recesses in the wall, right? Interesting. Yeah, I've already been in there, and I've already been in here. Study. Parlor. We've been here. How do we turn the power on? Maybe we need to return this. Maybe we need to return the valve, the pronged thing that we have in our inventory. Maybe we need to return this. Either that or we just didn't finish with the turbine. Okay, it's been accepted, but there's... Whoop. No change. Actually, I will save. Yeah. Okay. It's saved. You don't need to redeem any points, guys. I've got it. We're good. Okay. So... I think we've been to all the rooms. Because that's the study. Unless... Yeah, this is the lavatory. Did we go up here? Yes. Actually, we haven't been to that side. The one over here. Basement access. Oh boy. Okay, so it needs power before we go into the basement. Thank goodness. Thank goodness it's not going to make us go into the basement in the dark. Ooh. A gentle kindness. Alright. Let's go back to the turbine, because maybe we didn't fix it properly, even though we got the deer out of it. Also, it's super weird that a turbine is underground, I'm not gonna lie. Like, where's the air coming from? The cable was dense and heavy, braided thick and made to last. Old bones clicked softly underfoot. What am I missing then? So we turn the turbine on. We don't have any fuses. could this all mean? Is there, like, something I missed? Like, because this is what... Yeah, okay, so previously these held 20 amp fuses. But I can't, like, see anything on this bookshelf. Is there something over here? No. Complicated scrollings that are too dark to fully make out. The lights don't work. Cupboards full of untouched dry goods. Woods of the Auburn looked very still outside. Did you hear that? I hear sounds. I don't like them. Undistral fuel socket unfamiliar to me. 80 amps minimum. What am I supposed to do then? Oh wait, there's one more here. Okay. Equipment circuit 1, equipment circuit 2, workshop lights. Is there anything I can actually interact with? Oh. Error if lit. Error if lit, error if lit. Okay, so there's errors everywhere. Where can I find some fuses, though? We need fuses. Where are the fuses kept? We need some fuses for the fuse box. Oh, I wasn't in here before. Okay, I'm gonna take a second before I go into that. I do appreciate how this game is very good at atmospheric horror. Like, I've said before that I really don't like it when games resort to jump scares. And this game, no jump scares. But my god, is it creepy. It's so creepy. It's so quiet, knowing that I'm in the dark. It's horrifying. But at least this game has shown me I can't really die, I think. And who knows if that thing even wants to hurt me. Whatever that twisting mask thing is. So we're gonna go back in. It's gone. It's gone. I have been in here. What? What? Don't understand. There's a bug. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing. What am I missing? What am I missing? Knitter, are you still here? Do you have any ideas? Have you picked up something that I haven't? Oh my god. This is the problem. I saw this problem kind of coming with Tiny Game Tuesdays. Is that if I get stuck, there's nobody who can help me. The valve was warm to the touch and impossible to remove. Okay, good to know. That means that there's nothing I could have used it for. Otherwise, I could remove it. Okay. So the river. There's a reflection. What do we need to do? I think all I can think is to check the battery again. Maybe it's a time thing. I don't know. I haven't... Like, I've checked the battery multiple times. Like, the thing that says that the battery is going. Like... Oh. Did you see a flash of red there? Was that just me? Yeah, so like, there are errors everywhere. Because nothing has a fuse. You've been listening more than... Make sure you pulled all the fuses. Maybe so. 20 amp, 20 amp, 20 amp. Nothing here. No, I want that open. Maybe I'm missing a box. Where is this? Spare room, landing, box room, storage. All I need is a single fuse that I can move around. Like, you know what I mean? Just one fuse. All I need is 120 fuse that I can move from place to place. That's all I need. I just need one. In the yard outside, thick cabling stretched far up into the fields beyond. The house seemed to me like a creature parasitized, infected. A deep sadness filled me. A deep lostness has filled me. Here's a fuse box. Nothing. And we need the 80 amp fuse for the basement, I assume. And we need, like, okay, so this is all dry goods. Hello? Okay. Okay. I don't like that. I found what we were missing. Creepy stuff. Hello, Pyramid. Nice to meet you. I hope you're enjoying your bath. It looks very inky. So make sure not to stain yourself, okay? Thanks for listening. Also, you look like a giant candy corn. It moved. It moved. It moved, 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 it moved. Ah! A 30 amp fuse. It looked new. Well. Thought I felt something run through the fuse as it closed the circuit. Okay, guest room / parlor. This is the guest room. Huh. The bookshelf is largely bare, save for some jars and a few books on mythology. A 30 amp fuse. It looked new. Okay, we have 2 of them. We have 2. So, guest room / parlor, main hallway. Let's turn on the main hallway. Okay. Not yet. Okay. Hey, parlor. Let's turn on your lights. A 30 amp fuse. Cool, 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 cool. So now we can turn on your lights and we can look at this. Underworld. Diagonally up, left, then right, then down. Strange polyagonal symbols. Notes on stroke order in the context of patterns. Okie dokie. Why are the lights out over here, though? Okay. Can we take out the fuses? I pulled the new fuse back out. Okay, we have the 3 fuses. So let's go and light the fuse box over here. It's for kitchen / bedroom. Hey, look at that on the table. Okay, a new 30 amp fuse. Okay. So there was a bedroom over here, right? Yeah. Yeah, the headboard looks a lot like that gaping hole. Is that how you found the pyramid, going that triangular direction? I don't know, but if so, that's cruel, because there was no way I could have known that pattern beforehand. How'd you turn on the light for the lavatory? Is it in here? No. Huh. Well, let's put on some lights in here. So this should be the lights for the spare room and / landing, box room / storage. Okay. Looks like we got another fuse down here. So maybe there we go. Look at that. Lights in this room. There's so many cables on the other side of that wall. So we got 2 fuses. Whew. Okay, so we still have errors for the basement, the study. Yeah, so we need 2 more fuses, which probably are in these other rooms. Okay. Another fuse. A few simple dresses hung in the armoire, pale and worn and faintly stained. A simple bed. What's the art? A painting of the cleft of Aberth. Okay. It's warm to the touch. Deep within it, I imagined I could feel a faint vibration. The spare room. She says it like I'll never know what she keeps down there. It comes to me in my sleep. I have dreams about that horror. The girl I married had a conscience. She adored me even when the fear of what I lived through robbed me of rational thought. At a concern like this, she would do all she could. I know it. But here, I sleep beside a specter of that angel. My work consumes me also, but it keeps me safe. With a roof, walls, electricity from the skids. Larkin's obsession takes everything away from us. We came here to escape. I never felt at home in my own world. But it's clear now that hers is not the haven I once thought it was. Tomorrow I'll leave that fey animal of hers. That fey animal of hers can keep her. Hello. Hello. Are you friendly? Where are you going? Oh my god. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I didn't like that at all. Wasn't Larkin one of the names of the big green things? It was. Yeah, it was. I did not like that. I'm glad you agree. I'm glad you agree that that was scary. That you could just fucking read a book and then you look up and then you're in a different room with a creepy thing standing over you and it makes some weird noises. Like, what? What? I don't want to go back downstairs because I have to plug in these last 3 little bulbs. You want me to stretch? Okay. Okay. Lift your arms up. Take a deep breath. Lower them slowly down to your sides. Breathe in and out. Stretch over your shoulder and look at all your cute Pokemon. And come back. And turn the other way. And come back. And continue to wrap yourself in the blanket that you're super duper happy you brought with you because it's cold today and you need the soft comfort. You need it. You need it. So, sometimes the psychological horror tag on video games, sometimes it's just, oh, look, it's Inscription, you got that mild stuff where you're just sitting across from somebody who will kill you, that kind of thing. This is not that simple. This is terrifying. Even though you know that there's no system of being damaged yet in the game, so you're kind of safe. That just kind of means that what if there's something even worse that can happen to you? Like some kind of moving pyramid. I don't know. Is that worse? Is that worse? I want some big name YouTubers to play this because this is quite an experience. I've gotten a little bit lost, but oof. We just need to plug in the last 3 fuses, and somehow that will get us to the 80 fuse. But then we have to see what's in the basement. Ugh. And we know there's something living down there now. We know that something's alive. That's not fun. Whew. Whew. Okay, you guys are with me. You're with me right now. And so you guys can go like, oh yeah, that's creepy with me. So let's go plug in the last 3 fuses. The last 3 fuses, come on. This is it. Okay. Now we just need to find the 80 fuse. The old metal washtub had been claimed by a thin layer of rust. A large, stout vessel made of what appeared to be ceramic. Empty. So I can't go to the toilet? Pfft. Where's my humor supposed to come from now? We need that humor to break the tension, guys. Give me some old-fashioned toilet humor. Okay. So there's still an error for the basement. Huh. So where's... Oh. But if that's so, then I'm already so close. Oh, when I pull out of this, I'm gonna... Sounds like it must be a dusty bowl. Oh boy. Okay, so when I pull away from this, I'm gonna get spooked again. But maybe, just maybe, we'll get the 80 volt out of it, right? If that's so, then I'm already so close. It's true I'm obsessed with the work, and I've been a terrible wife. But this opportunity simply will not come again. I know Lyra has family in the city. Perhaps she'll be better off there after all. If this works, I can really escape. Interesting discovery regarding some translations from the Skids. World Eater is commonly read as a poetic name for the Dynan themselves, but I now hold this to be a mistranslation. The World Eater, I believe, refers to the machine used to summon the Dynan, spread all beneath the crust of our world, hollowing its flesh, consuming it in its construction. The Skids, in fact, are the World Eater spoken of in the Book of Marianne, and I have watched it work. Oh! So it's the pyramid. The pyramid is what is known as the World Eater. And so it's eating the world and producing the Skids. Somehow that makes it less scary. Alright, are we ready? Huh, okay. From above, the front yard felt especially like a place abandoned. I wondered about the odd wound-shaped rut that the room looked out upon. Context makes almost anything less scary. Yeah, unless it's Orvaki, then it sometimes makes it even more creepy. Okay. So I have all of these plugged in, I just need the final one. But where... Like... I gotten all the 30s. Is there a room I haven't checked? Like, I've checked the bedroom. Just some empty hangers. Oh, hi, Crimson Jolteon. Welcome back. Oh, it's here. It wasn't here before. An industrial fuse marked 150 amps. Had it been there the whole time? It had not been there the whole time, in fact. It had been there a lot less time. Are we ready to find out what's in the basement? Is it just going to be the World Eater thing? Oh. Oh. Where's the start point? It has to be that triangle shape. Right? You restless yesterday? Sorry, went lurking, but how's Fallow going? Oh, it's getting creepier and creepier. We were reading a book, and then when we looked up from the book, like, we were put into a dark room with some sort of shadowy blue creature overlooking us, and when we got close, we heard, like, these sort of groaning sounds. I did not like that. I did not like that one bit. Was it actually this direction? I'm gonna go look at those notes in the study again, because I think that triangle shape is the way to go. Yeah, it's like boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it has to be this shape, right? Because, like, look. Stroke or determine context. Maybe it's actually, like, dun, 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 dun. I don't know. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. It feels so wrong to go like, oh, yeah, I probably already know what's in the basement, but let's do it anyway. Well, it worked. I could always just close it. I could just close the door and walk away. But it's probably just the World Eater. It's probably just the friendly neighborhood World Eater. Oh, Pyramid! Oh, World Eater! Where are you? Hello? Hello? World Eater? I just want to talk. Oh, there is a shadow going that way, and there's stairs as well. A single-pronged valve lay on the floor. Cool, we just need the three-pronged one now. Oh, this goes down, don't it? Auburn skids. What's with the gentle music? Okay, it's getting a bit sadder. Ugh, I don't like this floor, I don't like this floor, I don't like this floor. I don't like this floor either, that's only marginally better. Ugh! Cage room! Cage room! I don't like that, I don't like the sound of a cage room. Hello? Are you a thing? Strange machine embedded in the wall. No shit. Really? A strange machine embedded in the wall in this game? No. What? Oh. Further down. Oh boy, I want to explore the other side first. Another strange machine embedded in the wall, indeed. Okay, we gotta go further down. We gotta go further down, you guys. Here we go. Something pushed the atmosphere of the room like a great diaphragm as I entered. Well, that's not a sentence I like to hear. I don't think that's a sentence anybody wants to hear. Gently, but with enough pressure to shift souls, a living presence swiveling to watch me from an unknown dream parallel to this waking one. My body shook once, stilled. Hello? I think this is my dream self. We are above the worm. Hello, worm. Three-pronged valve. I took it. My skin crawled. A journal. Strange mass of cartilage, possible organ found in neck, bulb section. Function unclear, suspended in throat area. That's the thing that was in the dark. And it was inside the worm? That was the thing that was in the dark next to me. Ah! Okay, that makes that worse. I don't know how, but that makes that worse. Its shape is uncanny, but it appears to serve no clear function. Extremities connect to surroundings via umbilical tissue. Mass seems to connect to sensory organs. What does that even mean? What role does the biological body play for the dynan? What is the nature of the dynan's soul? Voltage seems more important than blood. House circuit still burning out. Switch to 30 fuses? That explains the fuses. The vertical slit in the huge ceramic vat was etched at intervals with odd symbols. Oh, hey, this is the coffee pot thing. To feed the worm. Yep, okay. Yep. Okay. Love the experiments, but let's get out of here now. We have the thing that we came for. Let's go. Let's just leave. It's okay to just leave. and walk over this really trypophobic floor. There we go. The floor's better now. But we have to go through the basement again. Okay. I'm just going for the stairs. Don't mind me. Okay, let's go through as little of the house as possible. Let's just leave. Let's just leave and go through the other way. I don't know why, but the skids are less creepy than that house. The skids are less creepy than that house. And the skids are full of glitch. I like this place much better. Yep, we're going this way. I don't care if it's actually technically longer. We're just going this way. Whew. Okie dokie. Let's plug in the fuses. No, these aren't fuses. These are valves, it says. We'll plug in the valves. Okay, the single prong. And the triple prong. And the shadows are gone. That was the first one that wasn't connected to any Dynon thing. Okie dokie. I think Larkin was here before. Maybe in the next screen? There's Larkin! Hey Larkin, how you doing, buddy? Okay, the data's still expunged. Weira, are you safe? I, the turbine, love you. This makes so much more sense now that we know what went on in that house. Although I feel like I probably know potentially what may have happened to her now. Let's go home. It took me 22 minutes to get back to the farm. Okay. Let's have some calm reminiscing about our family for a while. You know, I could stand some, sisterly bonding. That would be great. Please, some memories anywhere. A memory! Yay! An old gardening trowel of Thea's. I don't think of her as evil. I think there was a genuine sweetness within her. You don't have to agree, but I truly believe that, well, it's not simple, I understand. Some days, I think that I'm only inventing the hurt as some kind of excuse. But as an excuse for what? What you feel is the most real part of all of this. Sympathy, I suppose. It's not criminal to wish for understanding. There's still a feeling at the heart of it. It's clear that you're in pain. Is it? How can you know that? Because I know you, I think. And regardless, I trust you. I don't wish any ill on my blood, but I can't be part of their world. It sounds like you feel certain. That's all you need, I promise. I've written letters to her. Could you keep them for me? I keep reading them and thinking about how things might have been. In the city, whenever I'd see a girl with her mother, I'd have to turn away. I never want to feel that loneliness ever again. Of course. Oh. I can't tell if it was like my mom or if I just had a really rough breakup of some kind. I can't tell. Oh, the stairs are gone. They were here one day, they were gone the next, you know. That's just how stairs are. Those pesky, pesky stairs. Yep. I used to think that these were dark. Nah, they weren't. They weren't. Plenty of light. The other stairs are gone too, though. Oh. A large snail with a striking pattern on its shell. Viviana? That day, I shivered in the morning mist pouring through the fields. I couldn't remember leaving the house. The world had moved again. From nowhere, panic gripped me for minutes that I lost the ability to count. Eventually, I found the outline of the belief that things would right themselves and clutched it like a stubborn child. I drifted quietly through the mist. Oh. Hello? When the body is summoned, the soul is forced to separate. Fragments of lodestone. Huh. Hello? What about you? Electricity can allow the soul to speak again. So they are saying that there's a way for me to talk to my sisters again, right? Like, Viviana said so, these things are saying so. More lodestone pieces. Wow. With sufficient electricity, a new body can be made, even in the absence of the magnetic skin. Huh. Actually, I can't tell if they're talking about people or a new world. The World Eater is a terrible beacon. More shards. Let me guess. Okay, wait, guys. What do you think this is? We're gonna do a poll. No. It's lodestone pieces, right? Guys, it's lodestone pieces? Yeah, there's our lodestone pieces. Oh boy, lodestone. Let's go. Her body stolen from her. For so long, she was alone. In you, she recognized a familiar pain. A creature trapped within its own soul, yearning for escape. Huh. So many shards. So many shards! My goodness! Time here is difficult for us to inhabit correctly. More shards, but less of them this time. The wooden Dynon. She is weak. Oh, that's the one I keep seeing. Isabeline, don't be scared. Hello? Oh. Do I have to climb in, or... Hello? Oh. They get bigger. And bigger. Oh, there's so many of them! There's so many! This one's huge! It's not even the biggest one. We saw like a huge one. Like beneath our feet. Oh, this one's smaller. You know, that's not that bad. What am I supposed to be looking for? There's so much space. What am I looking for? They're all dead, though. What am I looking for? Okay, so we can't leave. We just gotta keep searching. I can't tell, like, what's a nice thing and what's a not nice thing. Like, were you guys good? Like, I mean, moral ambiguity, I guess, you know, like, they had their own agenda. Oh, here we go. Here's the thing. Towering forms loomed through the haze. Hello? You're not a person. Unknowing entered my mind. Yeah, this is much more dramatic when I have the actual dialogue. Even the largest of Dynon husks had only been a child. Gotta follow the light. Follow the light. It's telling us the story. It's telling us the lore. Is it down? Is it up? Where's the light? Do I just keep going this way? No. Where's the next one? There it is. Found it. Acres of young death. Yeah. Tragic, ain't it? Wow. So many of them. Okay, were those... Okay, no, I'm seeing spots with my eyes. Like, I was just like, are those red dots real? What's happening? Why are there red dots? And I remembered I'd seen them earlier, and it's just like, okay, they're on my eyes. I don't know what they are, but they're a thing. Oh, I can walk inside this one, can I? Is that a thing that I can do? Oh. There were some hours I can't recall. After a time, I woke again in front of the house. I found Thea working in the fields. She embraced me with trembling relief and told me that I had been missing for 9 days. Wow. Huh. I don't know what to make of that. I need to find another memory. So let's go into the cave. Maybe the outer field has a story for us still. Well, you know what? Sure, we'll save. It's been a little while since we saved. Ah, there's some stairs. We're gonna find some stuff in there for sure. Hello? Fuel room. Hello, I forget which one you are. Okay, this is hematite. The creature's soul was perfect, ancient machine, holy and pure and observed by none. It's almost over. Very soon. It won't hurt anymore. It's not safe here any longer. Hey, Cordwood. Cold. You know what? That is the most relatable thing Cordwood has said this entire game. I feel like we're finally connecting on something. Finally. Finally a connection. Okay. It's counting up. Transient reduction. 980 plus. A terrible quiet under the world. Some kind of scale from an unknown creature. There are walls. I wish... Don't cry. I'm here. This isn't making any sense. There were always going to be walls. I'm not certain I understand. We just keep rotting and we can't even hold each other. We're all too fragile. And this world. I'm here. Everything is going to end soon. Yeah. Sometimes that's just something you have to grapple with, that things will end. Like, think about it. Like, how torn up were you that, like when you're being introduced to, like, the concept of death, and then you still learn that, like, even the thing that's most constant across, like, all human lives, the sun, is eventually going to die. Admittedly, it's gonna be a while, but it's still going to die. A dirty scrap of cloth. I'm not trying to wound you. I don't understand how you'd like me to respond. I don't want you to say anything. If we're all going to hurt each other this way, then there's no safety here. We make each other's sicknesses worse and we die isolated. That much is clear to me now, and I can't be trapped here any longer. What will you do in the city? Anything that doesn't require trust. I'm sorry it took such a tone with you. Since Thea left, I don't feel safe here any longer. There's no place for me, not in this world. I know that we're sick, but we have to help each other through this. We don't have anyone else. Isn't that what you always say? I've never had anyone. Not since Mother. Not since the city. Not since I was fooled into the illusion of safety, only to have it torn away and blamed for all the failings that you won't even acknowledge in yourselves. I want to do better. You never do! Why am I blamed for all the anger you fail to predict? I always see it, a haze over everything, waiting to coalesce. I can't even feel serenity for a second, not one. Angel. Clean that name from your mouth. I hope your bitterness swallows your soul. I stayed in the city for 14 days. I flooded my body with death. I cried until I woke with my eyes cracked and sore. And true to my word, I gave my trust to no one. And when I returned to the property, Ellen was gone. Oh, that's so sad. I feel like the house is watching me. Has it always been like that? I don't think it has. Maybe it has, though. Do we still have the potatoes? We still have the potatoes. Make some soup. Make some soup. Make some soup! Make some soup! Gosh darn it, make some soup. Alright. Let's go to bed. Okay, dokie. No return beyond this point. Not yet. We're gonna save first in another slot. Just in case. Just in case I need to come back for something. Try to sleep. Here we go. The symbols. Viviana's voice cut through the air. She is weak. Come to the Tower of the Furnace. The 5 of us will leave this world forever. There was a terrible feeling of violent separation. I woke with my heart racing and blood burning the insides of my cheeks. Saturday. County Highway. 0 days remain. Okay. It's time. It's been on the horizon for forever. We're going to the furnace. What happens if I try not to, though? What happens if I go over here? Oh, she won't let me. She won't let me. She will not let me. Path through the trees. Where does it lead this time? There were flashes of dead time. They seemed to come in waves. Ochre glass. Vision. Miles of forest. Limbs. Rain. Limbs. Current. Above. Current. Wait. Isabelline, we know you're a liar. We did so much for you. You're a liar. Wait, oh. You're a liar. You did so much for no. Blood. I walked for hours or days, intrusive thoughts like a compass inside my brain. Blood, blood, blood. It is only aching patterns spun through the blood vessels of my eyes. I knew where I was going. It's only an excuse. When I was about 15, my mother and I left our country home for the city. My mother was hired as a data shaft technician. The work was hard on her. One day she came home more distraught than usual. She told me that there had been an accident, magnetic interference of some kind. This is what we've been dreaming of. Something had pulled some of the arms directly across their plates. Dozens of feet of archival data irreparably ruined. The 6 uppermost plates had seen the worst of the damage. This incident occurred the same day of the Dynon sightings over the city. The gouges from the data shaft's arms were perfect straight lines. North, west. Oh no. My mother lost her job. We had never been close, but it was after that day that I decided to leave. Half of it was the discomfort that I had always felt around her, and half of it was deciding to remove myself so she would not be burdened with caring for me while she already struggled to care for herself. My mother had done so much right and wrong that I did not know any more how I could feel towards her, so I ran. We're here. Viviana's house. She's lived in the furnace this whole time. A sectioned box of moth corpses carefully preserved. She's been researching something. Viviana, what? This is where we started the game. The cradle is open. V, what's happening? The Tower of the Furnace. The World Eater is opening a cleft. Oh boy. Will the hurt finally stop? We'll have safety. Fallow no more. I haven't even cared. Not for a very long time. What do you wish for? What do I wish for? What does Isabel wish for? For everything to stop. I'm so exhausted. You will rest. We'll all have another chance. Something's wrong. Is this just occurring to you now? It'll be over soon. It's okay to be scared. I don't want to feel this. Yeah, usually you don't. You don't. You won't. Very soon. I've struggled so much. Oh boy. It's ill enough. I know, Angel. We're getting closer to them. Our sisters. There's no place for me, is there? One by one. Not in this world. Soon, there will be. Mother. Gate to the cleft. Oh, This is what we saw at the very, very beginning of the game as well. We kept walking toward a chrysalis. Because of the damage to her body, the signal is weak. You are being sent to a way station where you will calibrate the portal's second stage. The second stage. The destination? In each of the island's 4 shelters, there is a machine that must be maintained. One final puzzle section? Is that what that means? Maybe it does. The machines must remain operational for 4 days. Which we did. On the 5th day, this will all be behind you. We did that. For too many years, I did not know why I felt the rot. It hadn't been there at first. It grew carefully, a soft decay. On the day that I remember, with many unremembered before it, I felt my soul turn to wood, warping and splitting, an empty chamber exposed to the air. The water would swell its grain, soften its pores, as water does, invite upon its spores, mildew, blights of tangential illness. My protector, her hands, remarks like weightless downy plumes, like passively observing an unusual insect. That chamber could never again be sealed. On the day I know she remembers, I struggled in the fright of my senses' chaos. Her voice carried only anger and blame. My protector. My wooden soul trembled and cracked. The country air was hot with a fear that I did not understand for too many years. Mother, why? But no answer came. It's a different place. The Tower of the Furnace was a portal the entire time. The island beyond the cleft. There's a wire. Do I have to follow it? There's something over here on the shore. The weathered cap from an old pen. It's just junk. What's in here? Okay, so we need information. We need to know which of those to turn on, I think. Is there something over here as well? There is. Can I follow the cable through the trees? I cannot. Is there more? 1 of 4. Okay, so, right, there are 4 islands, right? That's what they were talking about. Or, no. There are 4 stations. I gotta turn all the lights on, right? Yeah. 2 of 4 now. More stations. We have to find the other 2. 1 for each of us. 1 for each of our sisters. There's 1 this way. Where will we go? Where is here? I mean, for the first time, we're in a place that's green. That's living, just like us. the entire rest of this game, it's been purple. But for the first time, everything's alive. I spent so long growing a life in the city. By the end, all I could think of was escape. The island is lonely, but scratched out, interesting. In the city, I imagine being alone. Cut off, scribble, scribble. Dusty help lessons. I can't shake the feeling of leaves, sprouts, and prisms. Pistons? Yeah, pistons, esputs, world of fibers, wood chips, cornflakes, my apartment, blue plastic, walks, prism, I can't read this. This is so scribbly. I've been trying so long. I miss the dry blue plaster hives of the moth bodies. Fluid shapes, blossoms. Some's the corner store by your old apartment is sinking into the lake. Rivers, shovels, nebula forks in the branches of acres of brine. I never thought that I, rising through ash, escapes, cow? Wasted among wasted almond milk, dying in an apartment refrigerator. Bay Street. Sunset, there has been a Bay Street in every city we'd been in since I was a little girl. Okay, so this is Isbeline's, right? Something got out. I wish I'd been here to see. Basically skipping all this. Like, she was a little girl. This was her writing. Right? Been writing too much, I think. Scared by the feeling of a missing future. As soon as I left the city, I started working and didn't stop. Couldn't. Left that fear, a terror of people behind. But what is in its place? Fear of cessation, I suppose? Defined myself too long by my fear of people. I don't know if I miss what I had. I feel I'm always and never missing things. All this was between then and now. This island is something out of a fantasy. It's funny, all the islands this far away from the city have ruins, but this one is so... I just laughed out loud. I don't know. It reminds me of something I would have fixated on as a child, whatever that means. Back from school, and the first thing I hear is this whack amalgamation of words. What's going on here? Okay. Boy, if you want a full explanation of what's going on, you're gonna have to watch the VOD later, Snoot Pigeon. But the long and short of it is that our sisters disappeared one by one and went to this portal thing and disappeared. And now we went to the portal thing, and we're on an island. And we're finally surrounded by things that are living. When before we had only been surrounded by things that were dead. Everyone always said the city was so beautiful. I guess it is, from far away. But what isn't? That is so true. Most things are very pretty from far away. I can't believe I waste that. I can't believe I wrote that. Scribble, 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 scribble. Spooky? No shit. Like, if you have to watch one part of this stream, I'd say watch the part where I'm in the house. That's the creepiest shit. Like, when I was stuck in the house for most of an hour, that was so creepy. The first word you heard was cornflakes. Highlight of the stream, cornflakes. Cornflakes for everyone! Across the water there is a death. I'll never go back. A pot or small basin fashioned from hardened sap. A modest few layers of blankets form a bed. I'll need to calibrate the machines, then I'll sleep. Yeah, that's Isbeline's journal. Time works differently, so it would make sense that she's always been here. We know where the last machine is, but I want to make sure I explore a little bit first. The jagged remains of a well. Good, so we do have fresh water. I'm happy. I'm glad we have fresh water. Now let's make sure. Unfamiliar crops sprout from the island's soil. But they're growing. It's better than before. Calibrating the machines. Hello? It takes me a moment to realize there's a girl in front of me. She stares at me, brow furrowed. She seems startled. How did you get here? Oh, she wrote the journal, huh? The tower. I'm not sure. Tower? That old wreck out in the ocean? Yes, I think so. What were you doing out there? I came from somewhere else. I'm not sure. That tower's just garbage. It's an old art piece by the drifters who lived out here. What's your name? It's Harriet. Harriet, huh? I feel like we heard that name earlier in the game. Harriet. That's a pretty name. I'm Anya. We talk for hours. It's easy. Something about her makes me feel grounded. I'm terrified. Like me, she'd run from her parents. Like mine, they'd understood in their own way, which made it less like running, more like redefining, a stumbling cycle of new beginnings, a constant obsession with starting over. For me, it had been my mother. For her, her father. We seem to understand something rooted deep, though it has no name, and though we both seem to be very afraid of each other. Also, honey, sometime this week I'm going to show you how to add better TV in Franker Face Z. I don't know what that means. You're going to have to message me later, Crimson. It's a new fear. The sky of the island is empty. Day 2. I was expecting it to just end. But I imagine we need to calibrate the machines again. Or I'm surprised these things still work. Well, they light up anyway, probably nothing else. Why are you so interested in them? They're supposed to help me. You're very strange. Yeah, maybe so. But we need them. I feel like these will just like, we need our sisters. We need all 4 of them. Even if we have new forms now. It's a whole new start. And that's exactly what we needed. After that old dying place. Oh, what's up here? The water stretches onto the horizon with no other shore in sight. Yeah. And that's just fine the way it is. Can I go up around? No, I have to go under. Okay. I was hoping I could walk behind it, but I... You said you came from a city? Sure, Grandfield. It's on the mainland. It's a miserable place. I lived in a city too. So you said. What was it like? I'm not sure I ever should have left. Sometimes we're different. Sometimes we're the same. That's just how people are. People are always slightly different, but also relatable at the same time. We're all an amalgam of experiences. Some are uncannily similar, but they all share the same roots, and so it makes sense. We share this world, so it makes sense that we're all the same. Did you get lonely here? Yeah. I used to fantasize about living alone like this. Sure, everyone does, but there's no easy way out. I used to live with my sisters. Yeah. It's hard being so attached to something so broken. Yeah. Alright. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Let's go back to bed, I guess. Oh, there's something on the shore. A bent hairpin. It's just junk. Is it, though? We found a pen cap before. And there was... one of our sisters was a writer. So... maybe it's not just junk, you just don't remember the significance. Which is okay. Sometimes having a new start is for the best. Yeah, the book's still the same. Day 3. Dun 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 dun. No. No menu, please. Yeah. Actually, I need to examine that antenna thing. Hold on. I never actually examined it. Some kind of antenna assembly. Wood and glass and unfamiliar metals. Wood and glass, huh? That was what the Dynon were made out of. Oh. Are you gonna leave for the city? Not for the city, but I'll be gone in 2 days. Where? I don't know. She said my sisters are still... I don't know. It's important, kid. Trust me. This is a new start. I need this new start. We need this new start. You grow your own food? Mostly kohlrabi, some carrots. I fish too. We tried to cook kohlrabi. And, like, there's a broccoli flavor to it, but the texture was just so tough. So tough. Kohlrabi, it's a root. These wider leaves here. Anyway, I wasn't expecting to hear anything about kohlrabi. Alright, through the trees. And we turn this one on now. And let's go to the last one. And then we can go sleep. Something on the shore. A tiny metal spring rested stiff. It's just junk. No, it's not. Because another one of our sisters was an engineer. So the tower, huh? Do you believe me? Yeah, yeah, I guess I do. Do you think I'm strange? I'm not all that certain I know how to read you. It's almost a relief, though. To believe you, I mean. As a kid, I wanted so hard to believe in other places. Guess not that much has changed. Perhaps part of a broken key ring. It's just junk. And onward we go. Let's go to bed. And then it should be the final day, right? Or, no, it's 5 days, isn't it? Day 4. Tomorrow I'll be gone. Alright. Are you sad? A little, but I'll be fine. I hope whatever place you end up is good for you. Thank you for your kindness. Oh. So sweet. You're just letting me live here for a couple days while I turn these machines on day after day. One by one. How do you think it'll happen? I don't know. Arriving here, there was just light. So many emotions at once. Like suddenly remembering every dream I'd ever had, but also remembering that they were just dreams. That sounds sad, I suppose. Doesn't make the experiences any less meaningful, though. If you learn something from your dreams, then I think there's good to be had. Regardless of if they were real or not. This reminds me of like oh, looks like part of the face of an old pocket watch. It's just junk. Anya? Did your family live in the city too? Oh no, I came to the city to get away from them. But the idea of family kind of follows you around. I thought I just wanted a better one for a while, but family always finds a way to hurt. It's desperation disguised as something profound. I'm sorry. You seem kind. I bet people tell lots of lies about you. Oh my god, I feel that so hard. Oh my god. Oh. Like, sometimes when you have a past, you just, like, you always have those people who hate you. Who hate your guts for being able to stand up to them while still being nice. And then they tell other people how absolutely terrible you are. And I've experienced this firsthand, and, like, it is... Oh my goodness. I'm glad to not be friends with those people anymore. Like, they take a lot of energy. They take a lot of energy. And your energy is just better spent somewhere else. Somewhere else. Let's go to the beach one more time, because we're going to be leaving the next day. Oh, wait, it wasn't here. It was over here? Yeah, This was the way to the other beach. I want to be here. One more time. Yeah. That's the stuff. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna go to sleep. Goodbye, Anya. Thank you so much for your help. Day 5. Day 6. I guess we're still here. Day 7. Is it just us? Oh no! Day 8. Day 9. Are you gonna stay? I don't know. Oh. Your sisters are gone. Or they're ended up somewhere else. I guess nothing ever said that we would end up in the same place. Wow. That was a lot of feelings. Like, you have to spend so much time remembering your sisters only to eventually just let them go. Was this made only by one person? Or it's like, oh, save, load, and pause scripts. Okay. There was a couple more. Save, load, pause scripts, full screen script, custom animation frame script, custom menu scripts. But mostly it was just made by one person. Wow. The Typeface is Trigger by Alex Rosero. Oh my goodness. I mean, it sounds like her life improved, you know, even if she didn't remember what it was improving from. And even if it had to be losing some people you cared about. Man. I can tell this person grew up in the country, though, for sure. Ada Rook. This was a good game. It got a little bit convoluted in the house area, though. Like, I don't know exactly, like, oh god, that's the house, isn't it? That's the house. That's the house I was stuck in. That's a real house. It's a real house. Wait, are those all the shapes? Oh, there's a lot of shapes, and I didn't find them all. Huh. Well, there you go. That's reason for you guys to pick up this game. It's like 20 bucks, 10 bucks, something like that. I got it for 50% off, but yeah. So it turns out there's even more to this game if you want to go try to find it. But yeah, that was Fallow. And there's a lot of emotions here. Not a lot of explanation, but sometimes the obscurity of the art is part of what makes it. And this is most assuredly art. Absolutely. This is art. Press enter, space, or C to exit. Well, okay then. Yeah, so, hang on. Let me try to, oh jeez. That's the issue with this, with that game, though, is that it did not capture very well. I had to expand it quite a bit, as I'm sure you could probably tell it didn't look particularly good, and that's why. It wanted me to do a lot of stretch, and it wanted me to stretch it. Undo, move, display capture. Okay, I can just keep undoing. And eventually it should be back to the capture I like. Come on. There we go. There's my display capture. So, what did you guys think? At least of what you saw. Because I definitely think that we found a gem. I think I picked a very good one to start off with. This game is very, unknown. Admittedly, it just only came out this year, but it, only a couple reviews at the time I found it, and it was very, the reviews were pretty positive, so I was excited to try it. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I pushed through the scary part, because I think I kind of needed to see the ending after that. But, yeah. I think that was a very good, very good game for us to pick. And I hope you guys are going to enjoy going and playing some new games every week. Some new small games that you probably have never heard of. But, until then, we have to go and give somebody a little bit of a raid. Who's with me? Who wants to go do a raid? Because I need some time to recover after that. So let's see here. We got some Dicey Dungeons. I got some Goose Good Duck. We got Pokemon Unite. I'd offer to raid, the same game or something like that, because I know some of you missed the beginning, but the whole point of this is that it's super duper unknown. Super unknown. So there's nobody else who was streaming it today. But yeah, how about we go ahead and raid. It's been a very, very long time since I've raided a dear friend of the channel, fellow member of the Skulk team. We're going to be raiding, drumroll please, Mind of Megs. So please, go ahead and get ready, because we are going to be going and raiding. So here's the raid message. Go ahead and copy this, get some emotes ready to go on that thing, and we are going to have fun with Mind of Megs, who is playing Fortnite, likely with some friends. So don't think it's just Fortnite, because I know that there's a bit of a stigma against Fortnite. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys this Thursday for when we finish off Arcade Spirits. It's the final chapter. We're going to be doing it. We're going to be cleaning all that up. We're going to be wrapping up all the loose ends, and finally taking a stab at Dekonami. And of course, I will be taking Wednesday off. The next stream is going to be on Thursday. That's when our next stream is, so don't forget. In fact, if you want to keep track of when I'm going live, here's my Discord link. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I loved having you here. I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye!
been high.